What movies that are set to release somewhere in the next 12 months am I excited for? Good question. Let's talk about it. Happy New Year, friends. I hope you all celebrated well with friends and family. I did not. I just sat on my porch yelling at people to stay off my lawn, which was very challenging. Because I don't have a porch, nor do I have a lawn. And I was actually sitting at a table with the rest of my family, celebrating. I don't think I remember this correctly.
Oh, get off my lawn!
Let's just say that 2025 already started pretty challenging for me. But I'm not going to let it get me down. Because 2025 is a promising year for people that are in geeky and horror movies. Like us. And I took it upon myself to select 5 movies that I'm very excited for. Which was not easy. Again. So I picked 6. I took 1 extra. Because I'm cheeky that way. But let's get started. Now, number 5 is a movie that might feel a little bit out of place. But I included it for personal reasons. So stop complaining. Because this is my favorite list after all. It is Karate Kid Legend. I know. But bear with me. As a teen, I loved the Karate Kid movies. I must have seen them like 12, 14 times. At least the first 2. The third one was okay. After that, I don't remember. But that whole story of a young kid standing up to his bullies, learning how to fight, having a mentor, getting your first car, a girl falls in love with you. Come on. It just resonated with teenage me. Now, that was not to the point where I was running around with a headband. There definitely were some people in my circles that did that, but yeah, they were kind of weird. However, I'm pretty sure I did a few of those crane cakes, and I might have failed. Now, in 2010, they did a reboot of the movie with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. Look, it was not the worst reboot, but it wasn't like the original either. So when later news surfaced that there was going to be a Cobra Kai series on Netflix, I was kind of worried that it was just going to be the same deal. But turned out that was a really good series. And what they're doing for this movie, for Legends, is actually bringing back the cast from the original movies and the cast of the Jackie Chan movie and kind of combining them in one multiverse of Karate Kids. So Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. That's Daniel-san and Mr. Han. It even rhymes. Now, this movie is produced by Will Smith and his wife, so the chances of Jaden Smith popping up are quite high. I just hope we see some other cameos. There's definitely another few people I want to see in this movie. But overall, I'm excited. It is releasing May 30th. The next movie on my list is the live-action version of Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, no, I've said this before, I don't like all these live-action adaptations. They kind of just ruin those movies for me. There's something in that animation that you can't capture with live action. However, this might be the one exception, because the original movie, the animated movie, was actually animated quite realistically. If that makes any sense. I mean, there were aliens in there, but have you seen Man in Black? Yeah. You don't need an animated movie to do that. It just had this more normal, funny, loving tone to it. I think that is going to translate way better to a live action movie. And to be fair, what we've seen from the CGI Stitch that is going to be in the movie, it might actually be even more funny to have him interact with live action people than it was in the animation. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this. I hope I will not be wrong. It is releasing May 23rd. The third movie on my list is just a normal animated movie from Pixar, Elio. This movie was supposed to be released last year, but because of the Hollywood strikes, it was pushed back. And I think they just wanted to kind of keep it after Inside Out 2 to get some of the positive vibes going for anything Pixar. But the movie is about Elio, a kid with a very vivid imagination, very recognizable, that finds themselves abducted or beamed up in the communiverse, which is a lot less relatable, I think. But the communiverse is kind of like the UN for aliens. He is mistaken as being the leader of Earth, or Earth.
Earth?
Hear that, everyone? It's the leader of Earth.
And he has to represent our planet in a trial. From the trailer, this looks extremely funny, very colorful, but I can't shake the feeling that they're going to pull a Pixar on us and punch us right into childhood trauma.
Kitty has to go.
Maybe even twice. So brace yourself for emotional damage. The good kind. On June 13th. Number 2 on my list is the only Marvel movie that I'm looking forward to next year. There's actually quite a few, but this one stood out. Fantastic Four: First Steps. We know very little about this movie, yet I am very excited. And the main reason is because, well, they did some attempts in the past to bring the Fantastic Four to cinema.
Dude! What's going on?
We're on fire! You're on fire! You stink! Hold on!
And let's just say that it wasn't always the biggest success. I mean, those 2005 and 2007 movies were not bad, but anything after that, woohoo! Stinky, stinky. But I'm very hopeful for this one, because first off, this is a new era. It is actually a Marvel movie. Pedro Pascal is on board. I still have to see the first movie that stinks with Pedro Pascal. And I just love the fact that it is set in this retro, futuristic 1960s setting. I don't know, I just want to see that. Now I'm hoping that we're going to see a trailer right after New Year's. That would be perfect, because this movie is set to release in July 25th. So that's not a lot of time, guys. Get cracking. Yeah, I just realized I don't have a watch. But you know what I mean. Ha! Okay, so I'm recording this 2 weeks after I recorded the rest of this video. That is why my hair looks so much longer than it did before. But the reason I'm jumping into this video right now is because there's another superhero movie I would like to add to this list. On the 2.5 position, I guess. Or 1.5. Yeah, let's make it 1.5. See, after I was done recording this video, they dropped the trailer for the new Superman movie. And oh boy. Look, overall, I've never been very excited about anything Superman. I'm more of a Batman person. I need a little bit of edge to my superheroes. But mainly it's the gadgets. I like gadgets. However, after seeing that trailer for the new Superman movie, good God. Yeah, James Gunn is going to do it again. I mean, look at Nathan Fillion. He looked so disturbing as Guy Gardner, one of the Green Lanterns. We also got to look at Hoggo, Mr. Terrific, Kallax, a freaking Crypto the Superdog. This, my friends, might be the start of a new era for DC. And that would be very interesting. So, I had to jump in and add it to this video. I would have not been able to sleep if I did not. But for now, let's continue with the video. The #1 movie on my list is a sequel, but not just a sequel. 28 Years Later, which is the sequel to Danny Boyle's 20 Days Later. It was one of the first post-apocalyptic zombie movies of the new era. That movie was such a phenomenon back in the day that was even before The Walking Dead. Actually, the first episode of The Walking Dead ever was partly inspired by 28 Days Later. It was Cillian Murphy's first big movie role. Before that, he had done some independent, smaller movies, stuff for the BBC, theater, a lot of theater. But after that, he was a name that could not be forgotten. Now, in 2007, they made actually the first sequel, which was 28 Weeks Later, but that was with a completely different cast and a different director. For this movie, however, Danny Boyle and Cillian Murphy are returning, and so are a lot of other people that worked on the first movie. Now, this is meant to be the first movie in a new trilogy, and the first two movies were actually shot back to back on iPhones, apparently. Freaking iPhones. Here I am spending money on cameras. These guys just pull out their phone and start filming. Cheeky buggers. Aaron Taylor Greene, who seems to be in everything recently, Judy Comer, Jack O'Connell, and Ralph Fiennes. I don't think I pronounced that correctly. Well, they will be joining the cast. A few weeks ago, they dropped the first trailer, and it looks amazing. They just tease enough, they don't show everything, but the whole vibe is just so dark. It is another classic in the making, and it is releasing June 20th. Can't wait. That were the 5 movies I was looking forward to the most, but I had that one extra. If you have been following me for a while, you might remember this retro gem video I did on the Police Squad series and the Naked Gun movies. Now, as I mentioned in that video, this summer there's going to be a reboot of The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, Cody Rhodes and Busta Rhymes. Come on. Look, this might actually be good. I think. I mean, Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy wrote the script, so I don't know. I'm just very, very curious to see this. That's all I can say. We'll see. For now, however, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It always helps me out. Maybe check out one of my other videos. But above all, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be back with a new video next week. Till then, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.
Huh? Nita. La Crista! Hmm? Oh?